Absolution 14 day.
Abso day, baby.
This is my 7th Abso, I believe. I'm not good at math. It's probably gonna be the most violent one.
Oh, definitely. All the weapons. Got the
Got
chair.
a couple bats up here too.
Bats, yeah. You have skewers in your thingy.
Yeah, I do, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, because there's officially 4 hardcore matches. That wasn't a thing until last week. Because Gage decided, hey, my match is now a death match.
Yeah. And there's the Dunstan Bomb. That'll be pretty fun too. And then Mans and Justice is obviously going to be Insanity, like usual with those two. So yeah, it's gonna be a good show.
Just going to be a very violent show, but a very good show.
Yeah, PME will be fun.
Maybe they're going to win the tag belts. Maybe.
Hopefully, 6-man will be fun. So I'm excited.
Live on Fight TV.
Yes, or you can catch the replays. Because I'm sure when you post this, it'll be...
Yeah, it's not...
So.
I gotta plug. Gotta be...
Yes, sir.
Shield the company.
So, yep, looking forward to it.
This is very close to our 8 years of going to indie shows there.
Crazy.
Considering our first show was right across the street from the Odeon.
Yeah, Nautica. Jacob's Pavilion.
Is that the new name for it?
I think it's called Jacob's Pavilion at the Nautica, I think, or something like that.
They've changed the name of that like 5 times in the last couple of years.
Better than Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse.
It's The Rock. Come on now.
The Dwayne. So.
I'm already used to it just because we can refer to it as The Rock.
Yes, sir. So, I'm still saying Survivor Series, we need it.
Survivor Series or Rumble?
I think Survivor Series. I mean, there's been 4 in Cleveland.
Has there been?
The first 2, well, technically Richfield. There was
Close enough.
92 and 04.
I forgot about 04.
Yep. So, we need that 5th one, baby. So, and we'll get a takeover the night before.
Yeah, that's all we care about.
That's
Forget
all
the actual
I
pay-per-view.
really want the big 4 here just so we can get a takeover. That's really what I want. But watch this will be the one time they're like, no takeover.
Nah, man. No takeover for you.
I'll be like, oh, thanks, Paul.
Put it at the Agora.
I don't know that one, Chief. NXT Takeover Agora, the world's smallest takeover.
Yes, it's a good building.
It is fun for house shows. Takeovers, I don't know about that. I doubt they can even go live in there. So,
Never know.
I mean, hey, it's home to the greatest wrestling show of all time, the Hardcore Reunion Homecoming thing that Shane Douglas did.
Buh.
In 05. So.
Yeah, 05, which had a really weird setup.
It did have a weird. I sent it to you and I was like, this is different.
And
I think we're just so used to it nowadays, the Agora, how it is for NXT and how TNA did it. But
TNA ran a show there?
they ran a few. I was at one of them.
I've never seen the setup for that.
It's basically the same NXT's.
Fair enough.
So, yep. Well,
Alright, let's see how ridiculous the show is.
I'm gonna go to the
It's Absolution. I'm actually at the venue now. It's kind of warm.
Violence!
Yeah, we passed by all.
I've seen things in there.
Lots of things.
Half the weapons are ours.
Yeah. As
Isn't
usual.
that right?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Crowd here's nothing so far.
This is the crowd for the entire show.
Yep, that's it.
8 people. 8 people. 8
This isn't
people.
CKCW.
Or PCW.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Hey, CKCW's going to Florida now.
Fuck yeah, Cleveland Wrestling going to Florida. That makes sense.
Just as much as anything else made sense in that company.
Yeah. I thought they moved to like Cleveland, like Tennessee, because isn't there like a Tennessee?
Yes.
Yeah, they're like, we're Cleveland Night Champions of Wrestling. We went from Ohio to Tennessee.
Still Cleveland.
Yeah. Watch there's a Cleveland in Florida that we don't know about.
There
and that's
probably
actually-
is.
There probably is, yeah.
Cleveland, butt fuck nowhere, Florida.
Yes,
Boy.
sir. That's where all the crimes happen. The from Florida happens. Man from Florida.
Florida man.
Turns out
Florida
they're
man
in
is in
Cleveland.
Cleveland, Ohio, Florida.
Cleveland,
Scott.
Florida.
Yeah. He's definitely.
If there already wasn't enough vile people there, CKCW goes there.
They still won't draw.
Florida.
Oh yeah, that's because
NXT, you better watch out. You got some stiff competition.
CKCW's
Paul.
coming for you.
Paul, you better watch out, Paul. So, Join the email listing.
Hey, join the email listing.
Yeah.
For pizza.
I think. I don't know.
You pay $80. You get slice of pizza.
One slice.
Little Caesar. Yeah, okay.
It's bad. We are in the building.
Yes, we are.
I'm like, mine's like, I don't know how to put it, but there's a lot of the card not here at the moment.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I'm sure they'll get it worked out. But
We are like, what, maybe 15 minutes from bell time?
15, 20, yeah. So
Can we get
Roughly.
like moved down a bit?
we need some room.
Like all the like,
We're trying to move.
I'm crushing her over here.
I don't know what's happening right now, but
Yes, sir.
you're back on this gimmick.
You brought it back because you have a better phone now.
Yep.
There we go.
I don't know what's going on right now.
No one does.
It's a stressful show.
Especially them productions.
And you're about to die. I mean,
I don't people.
oh my God, he's gonna move. God damn. Oh, here we go.
Go fuck yourself, baby.
This show has been mental so far.
Buck just showed up. I'm murdering
Jesus Christ.
Dead.
Whoa. Oh. Jesus. Kobashi Sasuke. Or something along those lines. I'm tired. Don't correct me. Brainbuster. Oh my god. I was bad at recording for this today, but oh boy, what a show.
Yeah, long, great, awesome show that was just...
The travel
experience,
stuff
yeah.
ended up getting fixed, thankfully.
Yeah, except for unfortunately Janela. So that kind of stinks, but...
We did get John Thorne.
Yeah, so that was...
Big surprise there.
Priceless.
Yeah, whenever they are in trouble, they're just like,
Just the
Thorn
promoter.
card. They pull the Thorn card.
Go-to third.
Right, it'll always get a big pop with us, so...
Go-to guy.
And we got the Swaggle vs. Thorne death match.
Yeah. I think that felt more like, I mean, Janela and Swag would have been awesome, and it sucks we didn't get to see him, but that match just kind of made more sense, kind of.
With everything that has
And all
happened.
that,
If you listen to the podcast, you
All that.
understand.
Yeah, it was cool.
Watch the main event.
Yeah, it was...
If you watch anything, Jesus Christ. If you're gonna watch anything, watch the last two matches.
Yeah, Josh and Justice.
Old Bill
Yeah,
Alfonso showed up.
What a surprise. Two surprises, that and Bunkhouse Buck of all people.
Bunkhouse Buck was supposed to be in a match. Got there late.
Okay.
He's up there.
Yeah?
60s,
Look
70s.
at this idiot.
Yeah, he's flying down
Sick.
the road. Yeah, literally. Whatever.
Due to the
I'm like,
scumbag.
dude's gonna hit me.
Yeah.
It's like, cool.
But yeah, Bill Alfonso, what a friggin'...
Imagine, wish he could have been ECW superstar Matthew Justice. Not a dig at Justice at all, because he would have fit in perfectly.
Oh, yeah. So, but yeah.
So much happened on this show. Oh my god.
It definitely didn't hold back any punches, and it was overall just...
Not a big deal here, but We Were Yuta made his return. If anyone...
That's kind of a cool little, added thing, too, Been a few months since we've seen him.
He was in Germany for a while.
So...
And
they brought him back, put him right
he got a
back.
big win.
Because it was before, he was really getting a lot of wins, definitely getting built up as one of the main kind of regulars at AIW, and now that he's back, giving him that win was... I mean, that match, all four of those guys could have won it, honestly.
We Were Yuta, all about that pin, all about that win.
Yeah. And I also had KTB, who I could have seen winning, Lee, and Lyndon. I mean, all four of those guys are the solid,
Those are four guys that can use the win, but don't exactly need it.
Yeah. Just those four really are kind of like those AIW main, just guys who always kill at every show. And I'd love to see, either one of those four get, a good run, So maybe like a little more time for some, like,
He's
lead.
not new, but he's new to the AIW
Maybe the
roster.
AIW,
So
or like kind of like how Wheeler's, he's
not new either
but new kind of
to the AIW roster. That's
So-
the thing with all of these people except Lyndon.
Yeah, it's like we just kind of got them, get them, the fans more. I mean, they're already, the crowd loves them, but just, a little more.
It made sense, I guess, putting Yuta as the winner there.
Because he really didn't, it was like he went away, but it's not like he lost his step or anything.
No, because he wasn't gone long. He was gone a couple months.
And everyone remembered him. He got the big pop, made sense.
And by AIW standards, a couple months really isn't a horribly long time.
Because, they really only run one or twice in a month, so it's like...
It's not like...
If you miss, like, a few months, you're only really missing upwards to 3 or 4 shows, so...
Which really isn't bad.
Yeah.
But for, and we still have Wrestle Rager to go in a couple weeks.
Yeah, another ECW
That's another
original
violent...
Yeah. That one's kind of like a different... Like, this was, like, more, like, hardcore stuff that can kind of get into the ultra-violent kind of...
Oh, no, it will.
So,
If what I hear is going to be true.
I guess we'll have to see then.
We will see what happens.
So, Raven, I love every year at the end of the ECW. The ECW
That's someone I
person-
saw at a show when I was like 12, but didn't get a picture with him.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
It's just that vibe and that show and that crowd.
It's an ECW show,
Having an
but
ECW
AIW
guy
doesn't,
like that, yeah.
if we're being honest.
Honestly, tonight felt like an ECW show.
It really did.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
And we had Alfonso there, so. And then I love, don't get me wrong.
Right down the middle, Daddy.
We get there kind of at a time where we see the wrestlers come in. It's cool to talk with them. But it's also cool just getting surprised like that, not knowing that,
We're the people that we just get there early for the sake of, hey, it's cool hanging out here. And
Right. But getting, like surprised like that. Because it's like we kind of see everyone come in. Like, we saw Lyndon come in, so it wasn't, like, a surprise. Like,
But Lyndon's on every show, so it's not like...
But even then, we've seen some surprises kind of get spoiled, too, Like, we just see the guys walk in and we're like, oh, you're here? Okay, then. Like, I remember, like, the one...
Jimmy Jacobs in, 2014, where they're just walking in.
Yeah, that was one. Who else? Remember we saw Dan Severn walk in one time? We saw, we see Kikuta just casually walking around without his mask anymore, but now he just doesn't care.
He doesn't.
So it's like but that just generally was a surprise. I think we saw Facade, too, when he was a surprising Gauntlet, if I'm not mistaken, beforehand.
I think so.
So it was cool getting surprised, especially not once but twice with Bunkhouse Bug making his return and Alfonso.
I was 3 times, technically.
Yeah, honestly.
One wasn't planned,
Yeah.
but it was 3 minutes before the match.
So it was just a cool little, it's always cool seeing, Bunkhouse, and then, Alfonso. It's just someone who, it's like the last thing we did with Sekimoto. It's like I never would have thought I'd see him, but I'm glad I did. Versus, I just never pictured, Bill Alfonso being able
Yeah, sure, Bill Alfonso.
Yeah, it's cool. And it made
Managing a
sense.
guy that would have fit perfectly in ECW,
Yeah,
and Matthew Justice.
I'd love for him to be at Wrestle Rage, but I don't know if that'll be possible.
Doubt it.
So
If it happens, that'd be sweet.
that'd be cool. Alfonso definitely loved. He literally, after he came out, made the entrance, he came up to you and Russell and hugged literally all of us. It was like, I'm glad y'all remember me or something like
Thanks
that.
for putting me over.
Yeah. So that was cool.
And that's real cool.
Yeah. So Alfonso.
I know
cool, dude.
ECW was before I was alive, technically, but still, ECW rules.
Hey, you can go back and watch it and just really.
It doesn't have the original music because WWE is too cheap to buy the rights to it.
Let's be honest, I think we spent a lot of money.
It's $1 billion company; they can afford it.
For ECW, who really,
It's part of the vibe to it.
Yeah.
Is the music.
Some yes, some no. Are they really going to be like, hey, this generic guy who should have been ECW for 2 shows, here you go.
New
bud.
Jack.
There's a lot of swear words. This is bad. They say the F word.
Yeah, they don't censor it on the shows.
They say that a lot. And they say the N word a lot. He's bad.
Which one are you refer to? No? That word? No.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. And that other one. Not the other one that Ice Cube and Dr. Dre said. They were in a band that literally had this word at the beginning of it, so...
No.
So, nose with attitude. So yeah. On that note,
Final rating on the show.
I mean,
We could do letter or number.
top to bottom, I'm gonna give it like 9. It was near perfect.
Little things about it. I was like,
Yeah, just more like nitpicks, whatever. I mean, but overall,
it was not a bad show by any means.
Oh, no, I mean, it was definitely one of the more solid shows of the year. I don't know if I'd put it as my favorite. The thing is, I'd have to go back and really, because the thing is, we just got out of the show. We're still kind of in the hype. We'd have to really go back and maybe give it a second watch and watch some of the other stuff. But definitely top. It's definitely better than some of the other shows.
The after party was cool.
The after
Yeah,
party
we
was cool.
went to our first after party, which is neat. Highly recommend going to Good Company.
Pretty good.
Cheap plug there.
Yeah, I liked it. Cool environment.
Props to them for being able to take care of like 1,000 people. Not really 1,000, but still.
There's a lot of people.
The
There's a lot
people,
of
they
people.
had very little people working, not their
Still?
fault.
Yeah.
And they took care of,
Probably 2, maybe.
kitchen's open till 1, they might be open till 2.
Yeah, because a lot of bars.
They
now.
took care of like
Oh yeah, a lot
half
of-
the crowd for Absolution in there.
and a lot of the wrestlers too.
And I'm not going to complain about having to wait a little bit.
Dylan was outside looking for Bill Alfonso because he wanted his picture with him, and we see Alfonso just walking up, and he's like, "Don't say, oh, there he is," and then he walked up and just started smoking a joint with everyone. So that was awesome.
My dude.
So yeah, lives up to the RVD 420. So that was definitely an experience. And then Dylan got a selfie with him.
Get that selfie, bro.
I made a selfie. I'm sure Dylan will love that. So Dylan took a selfie outside.
I don't know if Justin Doan watches this, but
We'll send it to him. So, yeah, overall, great show. Great
coming
show.
from what AIW was at Turner's, this barely surviving company.
Yeah. The thing is, too, it's like,
Two different ones.
at Turner's, it was like, they can run, if the show started an hour and a half late, and they didn't care. Now it's, they're very specific
They have to be
on times.
on time.
It's very professional. Honestly, this is like, don't get me wrong, I love the Turner's days. They were cool. They were just like, pandemonium crazy shows. But I kind of like this format better, where it's like,
Finished.
they're trying to make it more of a,
Polished.
It's like
polished
a legitimate. I wouldn't even refer to it as super indie, but that's kind of what it was. Or is.
A lot of the big names and a lot of local guys, a lot of the trainees.
It's a
big
very good
names.
mix of locals and big names.
And just like guys who are like workhorses that guys like Lyndon.
Someone who should be in more companies, but he isn't.
Yeah, so
And when he's around, Flip Kendrick.
yeah. Hey, they were in Lucha Libre USA and the MTV too, brother. So
There's something.
if anyone even remembers that, I'm probably one of 8 people.
Literally, upwards of maybe 20 people remember that show. We do because we watch weird stuff. I'd say WSX, but literally everyone loved that show.
Hey, I got the Playmates figures at my house still, so they made Lucha Libre USA
They
figures.
did.
Yeah.
Good call.
But they were supposed to be AAA figures, and I'm bummed because they showed a prototype of Laparca and Dr. Wagner Jr., and I'd rather have that than Marco Corleone and Sadistico, so just
The Sadisco figure ruled. Shut up.
I had it, and the legs broke.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, Sadisco's hitting the
Pissed
spots.
at it.
Hey,
He did the thing at the wall.
more like they were just cheap figures. They're figure toy company figures. We were calling them out. So,
Yeah. Go ahead, shoot.
we just look at the price, and I literally saw a review of it, dude. Because I was curious, and he had the Young Bucks figure, and he was just holding it, and all the things are just. But from what I've heard, they're better. But I'm not. I just don't feel like spending $30 on a figure when it could be a junk one. So.
There you go. Any plugs you want to throw out? Social media, Twitter, Facebook.
At Michael Porter 98 on Instagram and Twitter.
Kind of a photographer now.
Yeah, so go like my stuff, please.
Please
Give me likes.
give him that recognition on social media.
Yeah. I'm putting in the work on my pictures, and bitches just go face down, ass up, and quadruple the likes. Come on, people. Give me them likes. I need the ass likes. So,
You might see his on his Instagram. I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know him.
Oh,
I just found him on the side of the road.
Yes, sir, Maserati.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir. Why got killed today? Fell out of the balcony.
Fell out of the balcony, as you saw.
Hey, a win's a win, and you can bet on that. Yes, sir.
Didn't win, though.
A loss is a loss, and you can bet on that. Yes, sir.
They died.
How bad did he wreck on
Not bad.
Yeah, Yeah.
It's still cool though.
It was cool. So.
Anyway, yeah, that was Absolution. Soon, a couple weeks for Wrestle Rage. There's probably be a lot of glass.
That one will be just an interesting episode for sure. Lord have mercy.